Hello everyone. Welcome back to my channel. I am really happy to see you here today. In this video, I want to share with you my recent shopping trip. Shopping is something I do almost every week, and I always enjoy going to the supermarket. It is not only a place to buy things we need but also a place to explore, discover new products, and sometimes even relax. On my trip, I went to a large supermarket that is near my house. This supermarket is very convenient because it has almost everything I need in one place. It is big, bright, and very organized, which makes shopping much easier and more enjoyable. You can find all kinds of sections there, from fresh food and dry goods to clothes, books, and cleaning supplies. I want to take you through my experience step by step. I will show you the different corners of the store that I visited, the items I chose, and why I picked them. I also want to share some useful tips that can help you save money and shop smartly. Shopping is not only about buying things, it can also be a fun learning experience. You can learn new words, practice English, and discover products that make your daily life easier. During this video, I will speak slowly and clearly so that it is easy for beginners to follow. You can listen carefully, repeat the sentences, and practice your English speaking. By the end of the video, you will not only learn vocabulary related to shopping but also get some practical advice for your next supermarket visit. So, let's start this shopping journey together. I hope you enjoy it and find it helpful for improving your English. Are you ready? Let's go! After the introduction, I want to take you step by step through my recent shopping trip. I visited several sections in the supermarket, and each section has its own unique selection of items. Shopping can seem simple, but when you look closely, you can learn a lot of English vocabulary and expressions while choosing products. Let's start from the beginning. 1. Food corner. The first corner I visited was the food corner. This is usually one of my favorite areas because it has so many fresh and colorful foods. When you enter this section, you immediately notice the fruits and vegetables arranged neatly in baskets or shelves. I love looking at the colors of the apples, oranges, bananas, and carrots. They are very bright and fresh, and they always make me feel happy. I picked up some apples that were red and shiny. I also chose some oranges that looked juicy and ripe. Bananas were also on my list because they are easy to eat as a snack and full of energy. For vegetables, I selected carrots, tomatoes, cucumbers, and lettuce. These are very healthy and useful for making salads, soups, or even snacks. Choosing fresh produce is important because it affects your diet and health. I like to choose fruits and vegetables that are firm, have bright colors, and do not have any spots or bruises. Next, I moved to the dry goods section. This is where you can find essential items that you use every day in your kitchen. I picked up rice, which is a staple in my meals, as well as lentils and flour. I also bought sugar and cooking oil, which I always keep in my pantry. These ingredients are very important because they can be used to prepare many different dishes. I also chose some breakfast cereal, oats, and pancake mix. These are easy to prepare in the morning and provide energy for the whole day. Breakfast is very important, and I like to have a variety of options. Looking at the labels on the packages, I paid attention to the ingredients, expiration dates, and sizes. This helps me make good choices and practice reading English words. 2. Snack aisle. After finishing the basic food items, I walked to the snack aisle. This section is always fun because it has many treats and sweets. I picked up potato chips, cookies, and chocolate bars. Snacks are not necessary for health, but I enjoy keeping a few on hand for a quick treat or when I watch a movie. While browsing, I noticed different flavors, sizes, and brands. Some snacks are sweet, some are salty, and some are spicy. Comparing the prices and flavors is a good way to practice vocabulary like sweet, salty, crispy, spicy, and chewy. 3. Cleaning supplies corner. Next, I went to the cleaning supplies corner. This is an essential part of the supermarket because keeping your home clean is very important. I looked at laundry detergent, fabric softener sheets, and dishwashing liquid first. These are items I use every week. Then, I chose some multipurpose cleaners, which are very useful for cleaning different surfaces in the house. I also picked up toilet cleaning gel, air fresheners, and disinfectant wipes. Cleaning can be much easier and faster when you have the right products. While choosing, I read labels to check the ingredients and instructions. This is a great way to practice English reading skills. Many cleaning products also have simple phrases in English like, for daily use, kills 99% of bacteria, or pleasant fragrance, which are useful for learning new words. 4. Clothes corner. After finishing with groceries and cleaning supplies, I decided to check out the clothes corner. Even though I didn't need many clothes, I enjoy looking at new styles. I saw tops and pants on sale that looked very cute. I also found underwear, socks, and pajamas at good prices. It is always nice to replenish essentials and occasionally treat yourself to something new. I chose a few comfortable outfits to wear at home. Shopping for clothes allows me to learn words like size, material, cotton, soft, comfortable, and fit. I also practice phrases like try on sale, new arrival, and discount. Looking at tags and labels is a simple way to improve vocabulary while shopping. 5. Book corner. Finally, I visited the book corner. Books are my favorite companions, and this store had an impressive collection. I picked up a few novels, some recipe books, and self-help titles. Reading is a relaxing activity, and it also helps me learn new words, improve my grammar, and understand new ideas. Browsing books is inspiring because it allows me to explore new topics and genres. I noticed different sections labeled with English words like fiction, nonfiction, cooking, health, and biography. This is a great opportunity to learn English terms related to hobbies, learning, and personal growth. Books are not only enjoyable but also educational. 6. Summary of the shopping trip. By the time I finished my shopping trip, my cart was full. I had fresh produce, dry goods, snacks, cleaning products, clothes, and books. It was very satisfying to find everything I needed in one place. I always enjoy planning my shopping, selecting items carefully, and sometimes discovering something new. Shopping is more than just buying things. It is a learning experience. You can practice English listening, speaking, and reading while walking through the aisles. You can notice new vocabulary, phrases on packages, labels, and signs in the store. It is also a chance to practice decision-making skills, compare products, and think about what you really need versus what is just a treat. During this trip, I also practiced phrases I use when shopping, such as, "Where can I find the rice? How much does this cost? Is this on sale? Can I pay with a card?" These simple phrases are very useful for real-life situations, especially for beginners learning English. You can repeat them, use them when shopping, and feel more confident speaking English. Shopping trips like this also give me ideas for saving money. I checked for sales, discounts, and store brands. I compared prices and thought about which items I really needed. Shopping can be fun, educational, and practical at the same time. I hope that by sharing my shopping experience, you can imagine yourself walking through the supermarket. You can visualize each section, learn new vocabulary, and maybe even plan your next shopping trip in English. Features of this detailed description: introduces all sections of the store: food, dry goods, snack, cleaning supplies, clothes, books. Includes vocabulary, phrases, and practical English expressions. Written in slow, clear sentences suitable for listening practice. Encourages repetition and speaking practice for beginners. After spending quite some time walking through the supermarket, visiting different sections, and carefully selecting all the items I needed, it was finally time to wrap up my shopping trip. I looked at my cart and felt a deep sense of satisfaction. My cart was full of a variety of items, from fresh fruits and vegetables to snacks, dry goods, cleaning products, clothes, and even a few books. It is always a good feeling when you can find everything you need in one place. Shopping can sometimes feel overwhelming because of the many choices available, but planning ahead and knowing what to look for makes the process smooth and enjoyable. Before heading to the checkout, I took a moment to reflect on the trip and think about what I had learned from this experience. Shopping is not just about buying things, it is also a practical learning experience. You can practice your English while shopping, improve your decision-making skills, and even learn more about budgeting and managing money. I realize that a shopping trip can teach many life skills if you approach it carefully and thoughtfully. Reflecting on the shopping experience. When I think about my trip, I notice a few important points. First, organization is key. Having a list of items I wanted to buy helped me stay focused and prevented me from making unnecessary impulse purchases. Before I left my house, I made a note of everything I needed, including staples for the kitchen, snacks, cleaning supplies, and a few personal items like clothes and books. This simple step made the shopping process faster and less stressful. Second, walking through each section carefully allows you to make better choices. In the food section, I took the time to select the freshest fruits and vegetables. I checked the quality of each item, paying attention to its color, texture, and overall appearance. For dry goods, I compared brands, sizes, and prices to ensure I got the best value. In the snack aisle, I balanced my choices between treats I enjoyed and items that were healthier. Visiting the cleaning supplies corner, I read labels carefully to pick products that were effective and safe. Browsing clothes and books was not just enjoyable, but also an opportunity to notice quality, style, and useful vocabulary for English learners. Sharing my observations. I also learned that shopping is a chance to practice English in real-life situations. Many items have English labels and signs, such as new arrival, discount, organic, or for daily use. By reading and repeating these words, you can strengthen your vocabulary. If you are at a beginner level, you can focus on simple words for food, clothing, and household items. For example, words like apple, rice, socks, detergent, book, novel, or chocolate are all practical vocabulary that you can use daily. You can also practice asking questions, such as, "Where can I find rice? How much is this? Is this on sale? Do you have this in a different size?" These questions are very useful for beginners because they are easy to remember and can be used in real-life shopping experiences. Practicing these phrases repeatedly will help you feel confident speaking English in public. Practical tips for a successful shopping trip. From my experience, there are a few tips that can make any shopping trip more effective and enjoyable. First, always make a list and stick to it. Impulse buying can lead to spending more money than planned. Having a list ensures that you buy only what you need. Second, plan your purchases in advance. If you know what meals you want to prepare for the week, you can buy ingredients accordingly. This helps reduce food waste and ensures that you have everything you need. Another tip is to check for deals and discounts. Supermarkets often run weekly promotions, and by matching items on your list with discounts, you can save a lot of money. You can also try store brands or generic products, which are usually cheaper but offer the same quality as name brands. Buying non-perishable items in bulk is another great strategy for saving money. For example, rice, pasta, or canned goods are often cheaper when purchased in larger quantities. It is also helpful to visit multiple stores if you have time. Different stores may offer different prices or special promotions. Comparing prices across locations can help you find the best bargains. Shopping seasonally is another smart idea. For instance, buying summer clothing in the winter or winter clothing in the summer can help you get good deals. Finally, creating a weekly grocery budget is a simple but effective way to control spending. Decide how much money you are willing to spend and stick to it. The benefits of sharing your experience. I wanted to share my shopping trip with you because it can provide some ideas and inspiration for your own shopping trips. Watching someone else's experience can help you learn new vocabulary, understand different strategies for saving money, and see how to organize your trip efficiently. Sharing experiences is also a great way to practice English listening and comprehension. By following my steps, you can imagine yourself walking through the store, picking out items, and reading labels in English. Additionally, reflecting on your own shopping experience after a trip can be very beneficial. You can ask yourself questions like, "Did I buy everything I needed? Did I spend too much on unnecessary items? Were there any products I discovered that I want to try next time? Did I practice English while shopping?" Answering these questions helps you become a smarter shopper and also allows you to see how much English you can use in real life. Encouragement for English learners. For beginners learning English, a shopping trip can be more than just a practical errand, it can be a learning opportunity. By noticing signs, labels, and prices in English, you can improve your vocabulary naturally. You can also practice simple conversations with store staff or friends. Even repeating sentences at home, like "I bought apples and bananas" or "I need laundry detergent," can help reinforce new words. Over time, these small efforts will build your confidence in using English in everyday situations. Final thoughts on the shopping trip. To summarize, my recent shopping trip was not only successful in terms of finding all the items I needed, but it was also educational and enjoyable. I visited different sections of the store, carefully selected products, practiced English vocabulary, and reflected on ways to shop smartly and save money. The supermarket is a practical place where beginners can learn real-life English, improve speaking and listening skills, and discover useful tips for everyday life. I hope that by sharing my experience, you feel motivated to plan your next shopping trip with English in mind. Imagine yourself walking through the aisles, looking at colorful fruits, reading labels, and picking your favorite snacks or books. Remember to make a list, plan ahead, check for deals, and enjoy the process. Shopping can be a simple yet effective way to practice English, save money, and enjoy learning at the same time. Thank you for joining me on this shopping journey. I hope you found it helpful, inspiring, and full of useful tips for both learning English and improving your everyday shopping habits. I encourage you to try shopping with English in mind next time and see how much fun it can be. After finishing my shopping, I want to share some useful tips to save money on your next supermarket trip. Shopping smart is very important, especially if you want to stay on a budget and avoid unnecessary spending. 1. Make a list and stick to it. Before you go to the store, write down all the items you need. Following a list helps you avoid impulse purchases and ensures you buy only what is necessary. It also makes shopping faster and more organized. 2. Plan your purchases in advance. Think about the meals you will prepare for the week and buy the ingredients accordingly. This way, you will avoid buying too much food that may go to waste. 3. Look for deals and discounts. Supermarkets often have sales or special promotions. Check weekly flyers, apps, or store websites to see which items are on sale. You can also use coupons for extra savings. 4. Choose store brands. Generic or private label products are usually cheaper than name brands but have the same quality. For example, store-brand rice, pasta, or cleaning products can save you money without sacrificing quality. 5. Buy non-perishable items in bulk. Items like rice, lentils, canned food, or detergent are often cheaper when purchased in larger quantities. This helps you save money per unit and reduces the number of trips to the store. 6. Check expiration dates. For perishable items, make sure to check the expiration date. You can also freeze some products to make them last longer. 7. Compare prices and shop seasonally. Some items, like fruits or clothes, are cheaper when bought in season. If you have time, visit different stores to compare prices and find the best deals. By following these simple tips, you can save money, shop smartly, and still get everything you need. Smart shopping makes your trip more efficient and enjoyable, while also giving you more confidence in managing your budget.